A lot of times when I'm talking about different political news stories and how it affects the black community, I get people down in my comments that want to talk about the Ukraine. Have you seen what's going on with the Ukraine? Why is the U.S. spending so much in their tax dollars towards the Ukraine? Ukraine. I don't talk about the Ukraine because at the beginning of the war, I saw how the Ukrainian people were being racist and violent towards African students that were trying to flee the country for their safety. And when I talked about that, of course, you got people down in the comments that said, not all Ukrainians. Those are the older Ukrainians, the ones from the country that aren't around diversity and inclusion a lot. I want y'all to watch this, and I'll be back.
We hadn't necessarily taken into consideration the cultural differences.
But those cultural differences weren't often talked about when Andrea signed up to the Homes for Ukraine scheme. She lives in a diverse part of Birmingham. After a week of staying there, her guest told her there were too many Muslims in the area.
We were quite shocked at how difficult she found different cultures.
She felt there were just too many Muslims.
Too many Muslims, too many people with different skin colours.
Her guest's son was enrolled into the local school, where the majority of children happened to be black and Asian.
And then to just have her complain about the demographic of the school and going, well, he can't be safe there. There's not enough white kids, essentially. The majority of my neighbours are Muslims. A lot of them are Kashmiris or Pakistanis, Indians, and they're wonderful people. And you just felt if you just would sort of give them the time, perhaps we'd come to the same conclusion.
They both agreed to end the placement. Living side by side with so many different cultures made her feel afraid.
I was very afraid because it was not usually for me, and and some people just told me about so many dangerous stories.
Lots of people here would feel very offended that you feel just because it's a mixed area, it's not safe.
I saw statistics on the police website, police, and so I saw statistics of criminals instead of it. And also I read in the internet in English when I began that this is the area from terrorism.
Oksana has now moved to a new area.
Imagine fleeing war, running for your life, being taken in by kind people in another country, placing a roof over your head, and you still find the time to be discriminatory and racist to other ethnic communities, people with different skin tones, facial features. Imagine that. So let's be clear. I don't wish harm on these people, but I won't be talking about them. I won't be using my platform to elevate knowledge of their plight. If it were me and I was in charge of the U.S. budget and the amount of money and supplies and equipment that we're sending over to the Ukrainian people, we wouldn't be sending what we're sending. And I know somebody is going to get down in my comment section and say, that's not right, Tabitha. You're being just as discriminatory as they are. Well, sometimes I go high. Sometimes I go low. Most times I match energy. So don't tell me they all aren't racist or we can't say all and this and that when all I keep seeing is that Ukrainians are racist towards anybody else other than white people. I'm a firm believer that if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, then it's a motherfucking duck. And that's on period. Thank you for watching my video, and please make sure that you're following me on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.